got a lovely bunch of coconuts. There they are standing in the row. Big one, small one, some as big as your head. You give them a twist, a flick of the wrist, that's what the showman said.
Hey YABA, and welcome to another Stat Videos. This week, Cambridge United take on Newport at Newport. So one team has had a really good start to the season and the other team has struggled, whereas Newport are third in the league at the moment. Cambridge United are sitting down in 19th. Newport obviously has had a really good start to the season and on 19 points, which is over double of what Cambridge have accumulated so far in the 9 games we've played, and we are sitting on 8 points after our draw. Our recent games really isn't much to go on, so in the last 5 games we've managed to win 1 and draw 1, losing the last 3, whereas Newport have managed to win 3 and lose 2. Although in one of those defeats they did lose 6-0 at home. Looking at goals scored and goals conceded, both teams aren't doing that well. For example, Newport have scored 10 and conceded 13, which is very low for where they are in the league, scoring so many. Whereas United have conceded double of what they've scored, so we've conceded in 16, whereas we've only scored. And we know one of the reasons for that is that we don't have really more than one striker that can last 90 minutes, so that's why we're not going to get the goals that we need to secure victories. So looking at the stats, we are actually the 5th lowest scorers in the league, which is relatively bad. And we are also the 4th team that has conceded the most goals, which also doesn't bode well for us so far. And the problem that is, rather than what Newport has, is Newport had one very bad game when they lost 6-0. If they didn't lose that game 6-0, then they would still only be on 7 goals conceded, whereas we've not had that problem of we've conceded 5 or 6 in a game to sort of like manipulate the goals conceded or goals scored. So it is a fact of we are conceding this regularly rather than it's been one game. And in the next 3 games after Newport, it's not too much of a hard run in. We've got Forest Green, which in my opinion we should pick up points. We've got Crawley, which we're more than capable of picking up points. And then we've also got to play Milton Keynes. Out of those 3, MK is probably the hardest. And if we quickly look at where we were last season at this point, after 9 games, we actually had 13 points this time last season after the 9 games, and we were sitting 11th in the league. So we're 5 points worse off and 7-8 positions worse off as well. So going back to the game, is the head-to-heads do go in United's favour over the long term. So in the last 10 games, United have won 5, drawn 1 and lost 4, which does show that we win the majority of the matches in the last 10 against Newport. But it is to say, in the last 4 matches, we have lost all 4 against Newport. It's going to be a long away trip for all the youth fans that are going, so if you are going to make the trip, personally I can't see us picking up 3 points. I can see us picking up 1 just because of how good Newport have started the season and kicking on. They don't score many, but we concede a lot, so they can easily snag 1, snag 2 against us from what I've seen this season, and they don't concede too many either. If you take that 6-0 as a one-off thing, they've only conceded 1 a game realistically, so that's another worrying thing for us. If we can get the 3 points, I'll be absolutely ecstatic because that'd be above my expectations. I do feel we're only going to get 1 though, so it is what it is. So if you are going to the game, enjoy it, enjoy the long trip, and I will see you next episode.
Singing roll a ball, a penny a pitch. Singing roll a ball, a penny a pitch. Singing roll a ball, a penny a pitch. Roll a ball, roll a ball, singing roll a ball, a penny a pitch.